Hey guys, it's Xander here. With winter upon us, there's a decline in nature. The insects stop flying, plants stop flowering, and most mammals head into hibernation. Although it is winter, this is a perfect time for you guys to be planning what you're going to do when the hopefully warm weather of spring comes around and everything springs back into life. So here are my top tips on what you should be doing during this time of year. At this time of year, leaves start to gather on the ground, and gardeners get busy cleaning them up and putting in the bin. But you know what? You shouldn't do that. Instead, collect your leaves and put them in a corner of your garden. This is the best hibernating spot for some mammals like hedgehogs, and it's an amazing food source for some invertebrates like slugs and snails, which will in return give back all the nutrients that your soil needs. And how could we forget our feathered friends? Although some of them do go on holiday and fly over to some of the warmer countries, a good deal of them stay here, including some of the more well-known ones, like the cheeky robins. If you have a bird table, make sure it's fully stocked up with food, as food gets very scarce at this time of year. And if you have a bird bath, make sure that you change the water regularly so it's fresh, and crack the ice so the birds can actually get in it. For those few invertebrates that are still out and about, they just want to get out of the cold and might venture their way into your house. This includes things like woodlice, earwigs, and spiders. If you can't bear to have them in your house, don't worry. Just stick them in your shed as they'll just be as happy there. Continuing on from things that you might find in your house, you might also find some hibernating invertebrates in your shed or garage. This includes things like butterflies and ladybirds. If you're lucky enough to have these invertebrates in your shed or garage, just leave them be, as all they want to do is have a bit of peace and quiet and see out the cold winter. For those few hardy invertebrates like moths that are still out and about flying around, make sure to maintain a food source for them by having flowering plants all year round. And have some larger leafy leaves on plants, just so they have a bit of shelter during windy or raining days. If you want to encourage some invertebrates and mammals to come into your garden at this time of year, here's a few things that you can do to make this dream come true. If you haven't already got one, build an insect hotel. I've got another video on how to make your very own one on a low budget, so go check that out. Although insect hotels don't have to be big, if you don't have the room, you can build a rock or a log pile, like this. And if you have the room, and the materials, even better if you combine them together to make one bigger building. One other thing that you can do is get a hedgehog house in your garden. This will help one of my favourite mammals take shelter over these cold months. See, hedgehogs are having a hard time at the moment, with a 50% decline since the 2000s. So this will hopefully help protect them. This is a perfect time for you to be creating or buying your very own bee hotel. Because if you have it hanging up for when spring comes around, this is perfect for when the bees start flying around looking for a place to nest. You can buy your own, like this one, which is pretty impressive, or you can make your own, which is very easy. All you need is a drill and a log, like this, and just drill different sizes and depths of holes into the top of your log, so every kind of bee can take residence. On those cold wintry days, it's the perfect time to plan for what you're going to do for when spring comes around. It's things like planning where you're going to let your garden grow wild, or getting a pond, which is one of the best ways to invite nature into your garden. And if you've got a lot of concrete or slabs, why not organise to get some pots and planters to put in your concrete jungle, so when spring comes around, you're ready to get planting. Hopefully some of these tips will help make your garden a bit more nature friendly. Even if you only do one thing, remember that is still doing something. Because if everyone did a little thing, imagine the impact that would make. Be sure to go check out some of the other videos on my channel, including how to build your own insect hotel. If you like what you see, why not hit that subscribe button? Well guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!